Welcome back, everyone. Our afternoon session today of featured matches from the 2025 ITA All-American Championships. I'm your host, Chris Halioris. Had our women's featured match from Cary this morning. So we saw Maria Sholikova 7-5, 7-5 win over Isa Gomert of Georgia. Back here this afternoon for our featured men's match today on the near court. Kenta Miyoshi, the Illinois senior. He'll be squaring off against on the far side, taking his volley warm-ups right now. Top Nidunjianzan from Princeton, also a senior. Miyoshi coming in as the 4 seed here in the main draw. It's been a full week of action. These All-American Championships start off with a pre-qualifying event as players look to make their way into qualifying alongside those already in the qualifying event, and then that event takes place with a handful making their way through into this main draw. Seedings for the main draw done based off the preseason ITA rankings. In those rankings, Kenta Miyoshi starting the year off at number 6. Nidunjianzan coming in at 35 in the preseason rankings. He and teammate Paul Inchaspe been a formidable top 2 for that team for some time. Both in the main draw. While we're waiting for them to get started here, running through the remainder of warm-ups, we'll give you a little bit of an update of scores from around the courts here today. In the first round of the main draw, it was Wake's DK Suresh 3-4 over Bryce Nakashima of Ohio State. Keegan Rice 7-6, 6-2 over Antoine Guibido of Kentucky. And looks like we were about to get going, and they are leaving the court. They finished warm-ups and left. Can't visibly see weather. Not sure if it is weather or if they are moving to another court. Ah, indeed it is rain. So, as we just finished our warm-ups, a little rain here in Tulsa. So we're going to have a little slight delay. So we'll throw our slate screen back up, but hopefully not a long delay. Bear with us. And we will return as soon as the weather cooperates. right. We are back. Very short delay. Thankfully. Just in time to catch that first point. So it's Kenta Miyoshi, the Illinois senior, to start serving here. Princeton's top, Nidunjianzan in the far court. Thankfully, a short delay. We can get back to giving you some of those results. I think we made it 3 matches in, giving some of those results out. That ball deep. Gain points here for Miyoshi. Ace on the slice wide from Miyoshi. Opens with a hold. 1-love here. So back to some of those results. Vlad Briazu of Oregon, 6-4-7-6 over Visaya from Hawaii. Jack Loudett, 7-5 in the third over Alex Okonkwo. Loudett from Kentucky, Okonkwo from Ohio State. Jay Friend, 6-4-6-4 from Arizona over Hugo Carr of South Florida. Sebastian Gorsny of Texas, 6-love in the third over Alessio Vasquez from LSU. And the Old Dominion transfer, Connor Van Schalkwijk, 6-4-7-6 over the Alabama transfer, Rowan Jones. Van Schalkwijk now at Baylor. Rowan Jones at North Carolina. Big win. A lot of Baylor Bears in the field in action today. Jack Anthrop, Ohio State, a win. Luca Powell of Wake Forest over Jeremy Jin. Corey Craig over Alex Fresina. Vignesh Gojaneni from Yale over Lucas Brown. Luis Alvarez of Oklahoma over Nikita Fillin of Ohio State. Trevor Svida. Actually, that match still going. Ozan Barish over Lucas Da Silva. And now might be spitting again as you see them checking the lines. And the chair not going immediately back to the chair is not a good sign. Looks like we're going to stand around and wait this one out. Duncan Chan, 6-3-6-4 over Amar Tahirovic of Bucknell. Believe that's the list of completed matches so far. Although I think Alex Bernard and Takeshi Tako also finished on this court prior to this match, but I don't see an actual score. I know they went 3. the chair is just going to keep checking lines, and if he's not satisfied, probably going to wait for both players to say, yeah, let's just play. But if that doesn't happen, looks like they're content to walk off. At least Miyoshi is, and now you see Nidunjianzan doing the same. So I think we're going to be in for another delay. Doesn't look like they're going to leave the court this time. Just hanging out. Gives us a good opportunity to talk about the pathway to the NCAAs, with All-Americans being the first opportunity they've got here. You see here, All-Americans is going to provide 10 singles qualifiers into the NCAA tournament. The only way into the NCAAs is to win your way in. 64 entries into singles. 10 of them will come here. Those are going to be your 8 quarterfinalists and your 2 backdraw finalists. Next up after that, you'll have the regional championships. You've got 13 regions, and that'll give us 26 more qualifiers. So your 2 finalists in each region will qualify for the NCAA tournament. And then you've got masters and sectionals. Last year, those took place the same weekend, so I think that'll probably be the case. I won't swear to it, but each conference can send one person to the ITA Conference Masters, and you'll get 4 singles qualifiers there. So your 4 semifinalists at the Conference Masters make the NCAA title, NCAA Championships, that is. That's 40. And your final 24 qualifiers will then come at sectionals. Your last chance in, if you will, is the sectionals. So if you don't make All-Americans, you don't make it at regionals. Only players that haven't qualified in one of those 2 are eligible for sectionals. And if you make it to the sectionals, there are 4 sections that will send 6 qualifiers. That's your 4 semifinalists. And then a playoff, I believe, for the final spots. But let's go back and see if we've got action yet. We do. They're back at it. Nidunjianzan now 30-15, his first service game. Great play there from Nidunjianzan. Caught Miyoshi off guard. Looked like he was caught me off guard too. Looked like he was going to play a different shot than that. Last second looked to go for that little backhand cross-court slice volley almost. Wrong-footed Miyoshi, so 40-15.
Anthrop Stearns, Ohio State, report court 6. Anthrop Stearns, Ohio State, report court 6.
Oh, just wide on that volley from Nidunjianzan, and it's going to bring up our first deciding point. Miyoshi electing to take this one in the ad court. It's a hold for Nidunjianzan. So we square up at 1-all on serve here. Serve was long. It was a big serve from Miyoshi. Going a little big on the flat wide. You see that long looping motion for Nidunjianzan on the forehand. See as this match plays on if Miyoshi elects to target that at points. He tried to flatten that last one out a bit. You saw not quite so much loop and a little flatter follow through, but Miyoshi going to see a lot of topspin loop off of that forehand. Gets the backhand unforced error there for 40 love. Miyoshi looking to pick on that same spot and probably barely missing. Really tough to tell from the camera angle. That looked good, but obviously was deep. Nevertheless, it's a love hold for Kenta Miyoshi, and he takes a 2-1 lead. Give you that graphic we were looking at as we missed the first couple points on the resumption of play there. Again, you see 64 qualifiers via those 4 methods. Same thing for doubles. Doubles a draw of 32. So that's how you get into the NCAA tournament. That'll be held at the USTA National Campus. Week before Thanksgiving, the 18th through 23rd. I'm sure we will have coverage of that event as usual. Hopefully that scoreboard updates for us here, but it is 2-1 Kenta Miyoshi here on serve. Nidunjianzan Set to start his second service game now. Nidunjianzan entering his senior year, a 3-time first-team All-Ivy Leaguer. That in singles, I should say. Much more prolific singles career for him. A one-time selection on the second team in doubles last year. Qualified for the NCAA singles tournament last year in Waco. I believe he won his first round match before losing in the round of 32. That ball deep. And the first bit of pressure on either one's service game super early now, as Nidunjianzan's going to face a love 30. Love 30 hole here. Lots of volume. You hear us picking up from some other courts. Also next to the PA booth as you hear all those announcements come through. Miyoshi really wanted that. Go after that second serve. Got up to his shoulder and just couldn't control it too much on it going back. So 15-30 now. That big looping forehand just didn't get under it. That long length is gonna leave a few of those short and low. So 3 break points now for Miyoshi here. And he's going to get another look at his second serve. He tried to come in and take that last one. Let's see if he does the same here, if he elects to just start a rally. He's jumping in. Oh, that was a beautiful pass attempt from Miyoshi, but great anticipation from Nidunjianzan as he covered it and put a little drop half volley back over that Miyoshi couldn't get to. You heard the chair call not up. Didn't land in anyway, but well played from Nidunjianzan. That was a tester there, down break point. Short overhead with a lot of time to think about it. And no issues whatsoever for Nidunjianzan as he covers that overhead cross court. No chance for Miyoshi to get it. And we're going to have another deciding point here. Nidunjianzan had one in his opening service game, and he's going to face another one now. It's a serve and volley on the deuce deciding point from Nidunjianzan. Big hold. So that's 2 deuces and 2 holds for Nidunjianzan on his service games. Miyoshi coming off a fabulous junior year. Big Ten Player of the Year was Miyoshi. Unanimous all Big Ten first team selection. Resume for his accomplishments last year, almost too long to go through. Finished the year a career high number 10 in the ITA rankings last season, did Miyoshi. Good second serve up high in the body. Nidunjianzan couldn't handle it. That's well done by Nidunjianzan. Take another look at that one. Miyoshi got the first one back, but you saw Miyoshi wasn't afraid of the lob, just tried to close the net and take some angle away, but he left it so short and up in the middle of the court. It was not a difficult pass, but still well executed by top Nidunjianzan. Miyoshi, as his opponent, made an appearance in the round of 32 at the NCAA singles last year. Both of these players winning a round in Waco. And there's that. That's what I'll be watching for here, is that long looping forehand from Nidunjianzan. When he tries to go for one, it's got to have a totally different look to flatten that ball out. Take the loop out. And tough to change to that ball, and that one went well long. Miyoshi returns the favor. Trying to go a little bit for one there inside in as he sails it long for 30 all. And again, it's still possible for anybody for both players in any first round match to actually qualify for the NCAAs here. Nidunjianzan sends that long, so 40-30 for Miyoshi, as it's your eight quarterfinalists and your two backdraw finalists. So if you lose your first round match and you head into the backdraw, you can still make it to the final of that consolation backdraw and earn your ticket to the NCAA championship. Ace wide for Miyoshi, and he holds for 3-2. If I recall correctly, last year, I'm not even sure how to look it up that quickly, but I believe it was a duo of Arizona players. I think it was Colton Smith and Jay Friend last year, if I'm not mistaken. I'll see if I can go find that, look it up. That made it to the backdraw, and then I think they just didn't play that backdraw final. But I believe that's how they got their ticket to the NCAA Singles Championship last year. And that NCAA singles berth, a critical one, particularly for the American players with the new format now. Any American that makes the finals of the NCAA Singles Championship will earn, and now we're checking the court again, will earn one of the 4 spots into a U.S. Open wild card playoff. Last year, it was 2 Americans in the final, and that was Ozan Barish. And off the court we go again. Looks like another rain delay. Ozan Barish, Michael Zhang made the final, both qualified for that wild card playoff. And they're not staying on the court this time. And if they're not going to stay on the court, probably more than a minute or 2 this time. So we'll again go into a rain delay. Throw our rain delay screen up. Keep it up in the background. Listen to that catchy Cracked Rackets tune. And when you hear it go away, you'll know we're back. So hang with us. Another rain delay. We'll be back hopefully soon. All right, folks. We are back. Warming up indoors. Looks like we're going to need to... Don't think they're going to have scoreboards. I'll get one up. Should be... I believe 2-3 Nidunjianzan to serve. And that ball sails wide. And it's a hold for top Nidunjianzan. He makes it 3-all. All it took was moving indoors to not have to hold on a deuce deciding point for Nidunjianzan, as he had gone to deuce his first two service games outdoors. Well, I couldn't hear there, but I'm assuming it sounded like they were talking about out calls, maybe something to do with the electronic line calling. I don't know if they have it indoors. Have to double check on that. Indeed, that was double checking with the ITA. That must have been the discussion. There is no electronic line calling indoors. All 12 outdoor courts have the electronic line calling installed, not indoors. So back to the players making their calls and chair official only for the overrules. Apologize, I missed that point. So we'll catch the score update after this one. If you weren't with us earlier, I'll talk a little bit more about that electronic line calling after the point here. So they do have electronic line calling on all outdoor courts. That system, each player awarded 3 challenges per set. If you challenge and you win your challenge, you retain it. If you challenge and lose your challenge, it is lost and you're down to 2 challenges, then 1, then none, etc. Standard overrule system still in effect. If you are overruled, whether it be by the chair or by an electronic line call challenge that overrules you, you get 1 free and the point penalty system starts after that. That ball wide. Kenta Miyoshi holds, so it's 7 holds to start the match. Who's going to be the first to find a break here? Again, we're going to have our featured match of the day each and every day. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, that'll be around a 64, 32, and 16. If you're wanting to tune in to not only this men's draw, but the women's as well, we've already picked our match for tomorrow. It's going to be a 9 a.m. Eastern start. It'll be North Carolina's Angie Obi-Kajuru and Ohio State's Luciana Perry. Always like when the tennis gods give those of you who may not know all the players the lefty-righty combo. Makes it easy to know who's who. Had that this morning with Mert and Sholikova. Going to get it again tomorrow. Both of these guys play a lot of indoor tennis, so you don't figure the indoor is going to be too detrimental to either. Oh, that ball lands in. Ball looked like it just caught the baseline. Oh, Miyoshi wants that back. Love 30 look. And maybe just a little quick lapse of concentration as he decided to try to run around for the forehand instead of hitting what would have been the more natural backhand to put that away. It had popped up so high. He had plenty of time, but just hit it straight into the tape. Nidunjianzan thankful. Oh, what a put away. Great action. Both guys end up in at the net. Let's get another look at that one. So you see that attempted drop volley from Miyoshi short, but he gets a second chance. Doesn't put it away. Nidunjianzan does. That ball deep. So after fighting out of the love 30 hold back to 30 all, Nidunjianzan gives Miyoshi another break chance. Miyoshi had him in the first two service games at a deuce deciding point. Here, a couple break chances. Hits the tape and does not roll over, so it's going to be a third deuce deciding point here for Nidunjianzan of his 4 service games. The first, second, and fourth all going to a deuce deciding point. Can he find a third straight hold at deuce? And that ball sails deep on the return, and Nidunjianzan 3 for 3 on deuce deciding points on his serve now. And nobody knows where we're going to end up, but should this first set end up going Nidunjianzan's way, Miyoshi going to be kicking himself after all these break chances he's had. Certainly feels like he's getting the better of the set. I don't believe he's faced a break point. He's had many on the Nidunjianzan serve and hasn't cashed in. Good wheels there. Wasn't a horrible drop shot. Wasn't a great drop shot either. And one that, frankly, after showing off those wheels, might make Kenta Miyoshi think twice about trying to employ that drop shot. Easily covered by Nidunjianzan. Serve deep. You see Miyoshi look over at the chair now. No more challenges inside. No electronic line calling, so he's got to look at the chair. Some good depth from Nidunjianzan there, but overcooked. The last one a little wide. I like the play, though. He knows he needs to keep some pace and depth on that ball. There's a good drop volley from Miyoshi. May not use the drop shot, but had Nidunjianzan 15 feet behind the baseline for the drop volley there to make it 40-15, as you saw. Assistant coach Damian Hume. Oh, ball lands just in. And it's a hold for Miyoshi. We'll take another look at that, see how much of that we got. That deep ball right here. Oh, right on the inside of that baseline. And then Miyoshi puts the overhead away easily. So 5-4. 9 up, 9 down for the server. Not the cleanest of paths for Nidunjianzan, but he has managed to hold all 4 times. And Miyoshi going to look to try to push him one more time here. See if he can grab a set that he certainly has to feel like he's had the advantage in, but has nothing to show for it at the moment. See doubles action next door. One of the few times you'll see doubles and singles being played on courts next to each other. Would expect over the course of at least a set and a half that has to be played in this one in singles to catch a few balls from that doubles court coming our way. A lot of angles in doubles. And you see they're not using the nets between the courts, so oh, the athleticism from Nidunjianzan there. Fantastic. Looked like we had a little game of pickleball about to break out as they were both going with the finesse shots here. Miyoshi electing to go with the pickleball lob. Didn't work out. Beautiful backhand overhead there from Nidunjianzan. And another serve and volley from Nidunjianzan. He did that on one of the break deciding points that he had. I believe it was the 1-2 game. Does it again there for a 30-love lead. Maybe even a little more effective indoors now. Have already seen that. Had a few more net approaches, and here he comes again. No challenge system. They both look at the chair. Miyoshi called the ball wide. Nidunjianzan not happy with the call. Looking at him, looking at the chair. They both looked at the chair as if they were expecting there to be a video replay. without that here, I don't think the chair could overrule that from the far side of the court. Believe that call stands for 30-15. Miyoshi anticipated beautifully. He knew right where that was going. Played some great defense, but almost got there a little too early, out in front of it. Pulled it wide, so 40-15 and 3 game points for Nidunjianzan to send this one to 5-all. Another serve and volley, easy put away. And indeed, Nidunjianzan makes it 5-all. 10 up, 10 down. Certainly feels like we're destined for a breaker. And if that won't jinx it, I don't know what will. Ace T. Not even really on the tee, just a good serve there. Not obviously what Nidunjianzan was looking for. Miyoshi shown steady progression through his Illini career. Love. Nidunjianzan elects to try to tee off on a backhand there, misses wide, so 40 love. Dual match play for Miyoshi, 9-6 his freshman season, up to 16-5 as a sophomore, 17-4 last year. As a junior, getting progressively better each year. And there's a love hold for Kenta Miyoshi, so he takes a 6-5 lead. And it looks like we've got scores making their way on now as they get things squared away indoors here, so we can take our manual scoreboard off the screen. Say it's a bonus that we've made it this far without catching a stray ball from that doubles match. Forehand loop finds the net. First point for Nidunjianzan. He definitely looks to be the more aggressive now with the move indoors. Saw 3 serve and volleys in his last service game. You see him put the pressure at love 15 there on Miyoshi with the approach. See if we catch another serve and volley here. He's definitely got that get to the net mentality right now. Here he comes again. He missed that volley. You saw he thought about it on the serve. Wasn't good enough. Stayed back. Hit the +1 and came in, but missed the ball. So 15-30 now. Right on the baseline. He kept his composure. Reset. Attacked the net and put that one away with a two-handed swinging volley. Gets it to 30 all. So a big point here, as after this one, it'll either be a set point for Miyoshi, a couple set points for Miyoshi, or a couple points for Nidunjianzan to send it to a breaker. Nidunjianzan to me looks like kind of like the option quarterback. He looks like he's got the option to serve and volley, and he's looking to see how good the serve is before he decides whether he wants to follow it in or not. And oh no, a double fault at 30 all, and not particularly, not that there's ever a good one, but that ball was below the tape, not close. His coach Damien hands him the ball. Little advice as he's going to face couple break points, set points now for Kenta Miyoshi. And yet again, Nidunjianzan, I don't know how many break points that is in total. Guaranteed 5, but I think it's 6, possibly even 7 now that Nidunjianzan's fought off. And he's got one more here to try to get his 4th hold at deuce out of 6 service games of the set. Oh, and he missed the volley. He got exactly what he wanted. Serve volley came in, got a nice shoulder high backhand volley and just flat pushed it wide. So the first set goes the way of Illinois' 4th seeded Kenta Miyoshi. And that's 3 sets on our featured matches today. And we've seen nothing but 7-5s. It was a 7-5, 7-5 win this morning for Maria Sholikova of Wisconsin over Georgia's Icicle Merton. Now, it's a 7-5 first set for Illinois' Kenta Miyoshi. Some active talking there on the Miyoshi bench closest to us. Not much going on. The Nidunjianzan, gotta believe, assistant coach Damian Hume there just knows. Needed to just leave Top alone for a minute. Let him cool down after that missed volley. Let him reset here now and try to right the ship here in the second. Again, if you make the quarterfinals here at All-Americans, automatic qualifier into the NCAA Singles Championships in November at the USTA National Campus. Quarterfinals means you got to win your first 3 matches. So these guys both looking to get at least 3 straight wins. If you don't, have no fear. You can enter the consolation draw, and the 2 finalists in the consolation draw also can punch a ticket into the NCAA Championships in November. Again, that November 18th to 23rd at the USTA National Campus in Lake Nona, just outside Orlando there in Florida. Hopefully, with any luck, we will be there on site with coverage as we were last year in Waco. Big serve from Kenta Miyoshi to open up the second set here. Also give you a look at, based off most of our first round completed now, we can talk about some of the second round matches. That ball wide. Most importantly, of which, with regards to these 2 gentlemen, is who they will be getting, and the winner of this match will indeed face Ohio State's Lauren Byers, the Penn State transfer. It's a great return there from Nidunjianzan, 15-30. Byers, a 6-3, 6-4 win over Arkansas's Lucas Palovich. I think we just saw that one finish indoors like this one. And now Kenta Miyoshi, after I don't believe he faced a single break point in the first set, is going to see 3 potentially here. And it is a break for Top Nidunjianzan to open up the second. Didn't see any break chances in the first set. Takes advantage of the first one. matches we'll see tomorrow on the men's side. Not sure which one will be our featured match yet, but matches that are already slated to take place. Spencer Johnson, the 9 seed from UCLA, taking on Santi Giamichel, the UCF transfer to Georgia. Johnson, the beneficiary. I haven't heard the story yet, so we'll have to look for that one as a hopefully Alex Gruskin had that on his stream. But Johnson was down 5-4 in the third and won the match on a default from the point penalty system, meaning Oscar Lacides of Oklahoma either received a match penalty because he was up 5-4, so it couldn't have been a game, meaning that would have been his 4th overrule. First overrule is a point. Well, first is a freebie, second's a point, third's a game, 4th is the match. Good start here to the second set for Nidunjianzan. So that's one match. Going to have Notre Dame's 8th seeded Sebastian Domingo taking on Virginia's Keegan Rice. One of my favorite matches of the day. Wonder if it might be our featured. Sebastian Gordzny taking on Alexander Bernard. The reason that's one of my favorites is I remember that match from the NCAA tournament in Orlando a few years ago in the heat. Have Michigan State's Matt Forbes taking on Trevor Spida from SMU. Florida State's Corey Craig against Yale's Vignesh Gojaneni. And it's a love hold for Nidunjianzan, so he takes a 2-love lead. And we got Devin Badenhorst of Baylor taking on Luca Powell from Wake Forest. Jack Loudett taking on Ozan Barish of Michigan State. Loudett from Kentucky. UCLA's Emin von Lobensells takes on Texas's Sebastian Erickson. Oh, beautiful. On fire is Nidunjianzan here to start the second. Get Oklahoma's Luis Alvarez against 3rd-seeded Jay Friend of Arizona. Jack Anthrop against Nidunjianzan's teammate, Paul Inchespe. TCU's Duncan Chan against Columbia's Nick Kotzen. DK Suresh, our top seed from Wake Forest against Vlad Briazu of Oregon. A few more matches not quite filled out yet, with some singles action still going. Miyoshi trying to stop the momentum here. It's a good serve. Down the tee. That's a spot that's been working well in the ad court. Feels like Nidunjianzan's been thinking he's getting a backhand, and he's been either caught out of position for an ace down the tee, or they're just not able to time it well. A couple big serves to finish the game for Miyoshi, so he's on the board down a break. But 1-2 here. Now 2-1 for Nidunjianzan. Talking to some folks here about what happened in that Lasite Spencer Johnson match. Not gonna name names, but evidently what happened was they had a bunch of electronic line calling overrules during the match. They both had 3 apiece, but Lasite got his 4th on the point that obviously ended the match. Sounds like both sides were thinking there may have been some issues with the machine line calling, but it was hard to tell. And you got to go with what's in front of you, and it was the machine making the call. So unfortunate way to end a match. But that was how Spencer Johnson made it through. Good approach into the Miyoshi backhand there, as Miyoshi elected to slice it back but went wide. Going to be interesting to see that UCLA lineup this year. Mentioned that UCLA lineup. Interesting, especially from Kenta Miyoshi's viewpoint, as Miyoshi figures to be at or near the top of the lineup. I would say he's the clear number 1 under any normal circumstance, except for the one you've got at Illinois this year, because they bring in standout. Oh, nice return there. I'll say professional, if you will, Gabriel DeBrew, who is the brother of Mathis DeBrew from the team. But Gabriel spent a couple years playing some professional tennis. Very highly touted. Junior electing not to come to college initially. Now is coming. Got top newcomer in the country. Well done. Good approach and put away there. So it'll be interesting, to see, is it going to be DeBrew or Miyoshi at the top of the lineup? You'd have to think DeBrew, but you never know with the newcomers. And they now have UCLA in the Big Ten with them. Spencer Johnson, an interesting story from last year, who was playing #1 for UCLA and then got hurt and was out for a while. And that's a hold for Nidunjianzan as he takes a 3-1 lead. And upon return from injury, Johnson was slotted down at the bottom of the lineup, finishing the season in the NCAA tournament at the #5 spot for them. So, see, with him back and fully healthy, will be interesting to see, as they had Emin von Lobensels and Rudy Kwan. The top, another big ace tee from Kenta Miyoshi. UCLA going to be certainly one of the teams to reckon with in the Big Ten. They did lose standout Kalen Bagun. That ball missed wide. Notable in this match for a couple of reasons. One, UCLA in the Big Ten, so they will be facing Illinois. But two, Kalen Bagun's brother, Mika, on the Princeton lineup. On the Princeton roster, in the Princeton lineup. If I could correct my own grammar there. So he'll be gone, but they've added pieces as well. Oh, I don't think Miyoshi liked that, but call gonna stand there. So no Bagun, but they do add a good piece in Andy Wen transferring in from UC Irvine, does UCLA. Big Ten going to be... It's gotten a lot more interesting now with the addition of Washington, Oregon, UCLA, and USC. The Ivy for Princeton, of course, always going to be interesting. Columbia, Harvard, Princeton, been the top three there for a little while. Cornell, always really good. And top, Nidunjianzan. Getting vocal here. Good representation for the Ivy in this All-Americans. Unfortunate we don't have our reigning NCAA singles champion Michael Zhang here this week. He's been playing a lot of pro events. And I know he just won the Columbus Challenger, putting him up in the ATP rankings in the low 200s now. Crazy. Deciding point now for Miyoshi. So Zhang not here, but teammate Nick Kotzen is, who won his first round match. Inchas Bay and Nidunjianzan. Here for Princeton. And that forehand finds the middle of the net. I think that's the spot Miyoshi's not an easy one to pick on, but I think that's the spot you've got to go to as he draws the air out of Nidunjianzan's forehand. So keeps it to a single break deficit. That was big for the second set for Miyoshi. Also have Yale's Vignesh Gojaneni in the main draw, who won his first round match over Texas's Lucas Brown today. I think that rounds out the Ivy League. Gojaneni, Kotzen, and the two Princeton guys. Believe that's former Illini player, now assistant coach Lucas Horvath with Miyoshi on court here. Coach Dancer with a couple of former players on staff, and Horvath and Tim Kopinski. It's a good idea from Miyoshi, but he almost paid the penalty for waiting too long to approach. He hit that nice forehand down the line and delayed a second before coming in. Had that ball snuck over the net, it was going to be an interesting volley from Miyoshi, who was a tad late getting to the net. You can see our scores on screen now lagging. I believe it's 30-15 at 3-2 here for Nidunjianzan. That ball wide, confirmed by the chair. Nidunjianzan still doesn't believe it. It wasn't a hard ball. So not that tough to see, and it was right on the line in front of the chair. So you got to think he had a good vantage point. So 30 all. Easy put away. I say easy. Nidunjianzan made that one look, I think, a little tougher than it needed to be with that sort of inside out overhead push just to make sure it was in the open court. Had a lot more room than that, but makes it 40-30 now. A couple game points to keep that break lead. Miyoshi pushes him to deuce. So I believe now the 5th service game of the match for Nidunjianzan that's gone to deuce. Miyoshi gonna take this one. In the ad court. Nidunjianzan gave him a couple chances there, but puts the overhead away for a 4-2 lead. Keeps that break lead, so it'll be Miyoshi to serve now. 2-4 here in the second with a set advantage. Oh, I don't know what Kenta Miyoshi's doing there, standing in no man's land. Looks like he wants to come in, can't decide if he wants to or not based off the ball he hits, and then just stays halfway between the baseline and service line. Got bailed out by the long ball from Nidunjianzan there, but halfway between the service line and the baseline, not a spot you want to get caught. Free ball to tee off on, and Miyoshi sends it into the net. It was the pressure there from Nidunjianzan coming to the net that forced the error from him. The move indoors has definitely changed the dynamic of the match here, as Nidunjianzan certainly the aggressor now, coming in much more so than Miyoshi is. And there's a good forehand from Miyoshi. Desperately needing to dig himself out here. Keep it to a single break deficit. He's had plenty of chances to break Nidunjianzan in the match. So you got to feel like if he could keep it to a break deficit, he'll get chances. That was a slice wide. I'm not sure Nidunjianzan thought that was good, but he looked at the chair. Let it go as an ace. Game point now for Miyoshi. Oh, what a forehand from Nidunjianzan there. Take one more look at that. Push deep into the forehand corner and hits a rocket to the longest part of the court, cross court to the other corner. And Miyoshi just wasn't ready for it. Tried to get there with that squash forehand coming back, but couldn't. And now it's a deciding point. Break point again here for Nidunjianzan to try to go double break up and have a chance to serve for the set. And Kenta Miyoshi going with the rare second serve, and volley at deuce. Down 4-2, gets the hold. The surprise factor alone, I think, is what drew that one into the net. Second serve, and volley. I'm not sure Miyoshi's served and volleyed in all this match, if more than once or twice. It's been Nidunjianzan that's done that when it's happened. So, 4-3, still a break lead for the Princeton senior. Top Nidunjianzan. Oh, beautiful hands from Nidunjianzan there. Take another look at that touch volley. Good inside-out forehand, and then, just a little touch, and Miyoshi knew it from the second he hit it. Not a chance to get there. And that ball did not creep over. Looked like it did, but it was the first bounce back on Miyoshi's side, and then enough spin on it that the second bounce came over. But 40 love now for Nidunjianzan, looking to take a 5-3 lead here in the second. That serve right on the tee, but you can see it in the motion there from Nidunjianzan. He let that volley play him, ate him up. Got too low, got under it, popped it up, went long. Just about everything they try to tell you to do on a volley, or everything they try to tell you not to do, is what Nidunjianzan did on that one. And he pulls that backhand wide, so 40 love, a quick 40-30. But still a couple game point chances here for Nidunjianzan. And that's a hold for Nidunjianzan. He takes a 5-3 lead. The Chinese native, if you look at the roster, he's listed from Bradenton, Florida, only because he went to IMG, trained at the academy there in Bradenton, but is indeed from China. Nidunjianzan in his junior career was the number 2 ranked junior coming out of China. Backhand just wide. Make it 15 all. Miyoshi certainly wants to hold here and take one more crack at that Nidunjianzan serve. Well-placed volley down that backhand sideline by Miyoshi there to make it 30-15. So Kenta Miyoshi does get the hold. They'll head into the changeover at 5-4. Top Nidunjianzan's going to get a shot to serve out the second set here. Give you one more glance here at the pathway to that NCAA individual championship tournament for singles and doubles. We're watching the singles here, so we'll focus that. Your 8 quarterfinalists, 2 backdraw finalists from the All-Americans will qualify. Then your 13 regions. If you make the finals of the singles in your region, qualify for the NCAA tournament. There's 26 of those, and then your 4 semifinalists. In the Masters, and then you get in the 4 sectionals, you'll get 6 qualifiers out of each section. So that'll be all 4 semifinalists, and then of your 4 losers in the quarterfinals, they will have a playoff for the final 2 spots. And that's how you're going to get your 64 qualifiers for the NCAA Singles Championship. That'll take place November 18th through 23rd at the USTA National Campus in Lake Nona, Florida. Well played there. Could have been a little tricky from Nidunjianzan, but handled beautifully as you see the little push up the line on that backhand volley, and Coach Damian Hume likes it as well. Just a total let up on the backhand there from Miyoshi. And a big outburst from Nidunjianzan, as he's now 2 points from leveling this match at a set apiece. She got that one back quickly to the feet of Nidunjianzan as it couldn't handle it. Still 30-15. Just so solid from Nidunjianzan. Now set points coming. (40-15) 3 set points if need be for the Princeton senior here. See Nidunjianzan look at the chair to confirm, but that ball certainly did look wide as called by Miyoshi. So 40-30 set point number 2 coming up for top. And that is a set for top Nidunjianzan. Excuse me, as he takes the second set 6-4, and we're level at a set apiece. This is a spot, it seems like, where you almost always see someone take their extended restroom break. Doesn't look like Miyoshi's going to do that, but I'm going to say it looks like Nidunjianzan may. Looks like he's going to go get a change of clothes. He's taking some clothes and his water bottle with him. Miyoshi getting a shirt change, but doesn't look like. Clearly, he'd need to leave the court if he was going to change the shorts. Which is what it looks like top Nidunjianzan is going to do. So we'll get a couple minutes here. Gets 5 minutes to make that run to the restroom and back to change. See if we can get a look around at scores around the site. See if we have any other singles action going on right now. Nidunjianzan's teammates, Inchaspe and Ardilla, playing some doubles right now. They are up a set and a break on the hometown squad of Tim Seeger and Victor Tissetto from Tulsa. This may very well be our last singles match of the day, as it looks like every other court has finished. Our last few to finish: Jonah Braswell of Texas, a 6-1, 6-3 win over Will Manning of NC State. Alexa Krivakapich from Purdue, a 6-4 in the third win over Christophe Clement of Georgia Tech in his second year after transferring from Kentucky. Actually, I'm not sure about the Dylan Dietrich, Eli Stevenson match, although they show a doubles match on that court. So, gonna say that that match did get played. I think Dietrich won. If I take a look at the draws, indeed, that was a 4-2 win for Dylan Dietrich. So I do believe all singles matches finished with the exception of this one. So everything else you hear in the background now, doubles action. As it's first round singles and doubles today here in Tulsa. Hear the chair call, final set, new balls. If you're used to watching the pro game where they change on game counts, just change on the sets in college. Pros change after 7 games, and then every 9 after that. Here we change after each set, regardless of how many games that is. Could be 6. Could be 12 plus a breaker. It was a delayed charge again from Miyoshi. I like the idea, just not the timing. He's late on the decision to come in, and he got caught where he had to let that first ball bounce and then finish the close to the net. And he's in a quick little spot here at Love 30, opening game of the third. Make it Love 40. And now it's a real spot. First one fought off. Still 15-40. I'm glancing over at assistant coach Damian Hume. Right side of your screen, far side of the court in the orange top. As he's on this court coaching Nidunjianzan, but Nidunjianzan's teammates in Chuspe and Ardilla serving for the match on one of these other courts. Not sure which one, but they're up 7-6, 5-4. But I haven't seen Hume turn around once. He's locked in here with his guy in singles. And Miyoshi's fought back to 30-40 here. Let's see if he can bring it to a deuce point. Oh, luckily, that slice looked so low, just got over the net. And you saw Miyoshi, I thought Miyoshi stopped because he thought his backhand was going in the net. He stopped because he saw that ball coming over from the other court. The point was ending regardless. Good thing for him, his ball made it over, so they will replay the point. And it'll be a first serve for Miyoshi. Just wide. a good idea, good look for Nidunjianzan there. But just missed the volley wide. And so from love 40 in the opening game of the third, Kenta Miyoshi's got it back to deuce, and it looks like... first he says ad court, then he stops and looks like he wants to change his mind and go to the deuce court, but elects to continue his pace over to the ad side, so it'll be a deuce deciding point in the ad court to open the third set here. Miyoshi can't buy a first serve right now. Look how wide. Nidunjianzan was baiting him to go T. Lined up out off the wide doubles line. And he draws the volley error out of Kenta Miyoshi, and it's an opening break for top Nidunjianzan here in the third. Princeton Senior takes a 1-love lead. Time for Miyoshi to dig deep here, see if he can get this break right back. As once he gave that break up in the second, he just trailed the entire way. Never got it back. It's going to be a long haul for Nidunjianzan to do that again, but of course, you'd rather be up the break than not. Oh, and it looked like that doubles match was right next door. That match on the court just to the right of us was the Princeton-Tulsa doubles match. And Inchespe and Ardilla take it 7-6, 6-4 over the Tulsa duo of Tim Seeger and Victor Tissetto. So Nidunjianzan looking to make it wins on side-to-side courts, if you will, for the Princeton Tigers. Have to catch up with Damian Hume later and ask if he was actually coaching both courts. I didn't see him turning around, but I don't see Billy Pate over there. Princeton head coach. See when the guys walk off, you can see the players still there. See if there's anyone with them. Great volley, great approach there from Nidunjianzan. Get a look here. Beautifully done. Backhand. Just simply redirected it into that forehand corner. No chance for Miyoshi to get there. Here is the chance for Kenta Miyoshi to get this one right back. He wasn't able to do it in the second. Had his chances. Can he do it here in the third? Too good from Nidunjianzan. Miyoshi's got to do something earlier than that, and it's going to be a deuce deciding point yet again. 6th time on the Nidunjianzan service game that he goes to deuce. Only one of them has Kenta Miyoshi 1 for 5 on deuce points on the Nidunjianzan serve so far. And the forehand long, make it 2 for 6 for Miyoshi on the deuce service games of top Nidunjianzan. And we're squared back at 1 apiece on serve here in the third. Got a good one to finish the day. You see another doubles match. Next door getting set to go on. That ball deep. With the rain and the 6 courts indoors, going to have a lot of late doubles matches tonight, I think. Oh, what a ball. Hope I caught that one in time for the replay. Yeah, look at this. +1 from Miyoshi. Just left too much court, and Nidunjianzan makes him pay. Scoreboard again, frozen, lagging behind, but it is 1-1. And love 40. Trying to figure out who's going on court. Next door in doubles, is that? Looks like the unmistakable figure of Devin Bowen in the white shirt on the right, watching. Look to see who the TCU. It must indeed be, because TCU's got Cosme Rolande Ravel and Albert Pedrico taking on Connor Smiley and Jakob Verba of Arkansas. That does indeed look like the Arkansas guys, so that. When you start to recognize the coaches by the way they stand, probably seen too much of them. Another break point here for Nidunjianzan. And from love 40 back to a deuce deciding point now. So are we going to see 3 straight breaks to open the third? Or can Miyoshi right the ship and get the first hold here? Big serve from Kenta Miyoshi. His best ones this match have been T, so maybe. Maybe he caught Nidunjianzan cheating a little, but either way, Kenta Miyoshi gets the first hold in the third, and he takes a 2-1 lead now on serve. Staff is aware that the scoreboards have frozen here. Hopefully they'll get it straightened out. If it gets too late in the set, go back to some manual scoreboards for you, but we'll leave that there for now. So 1-2 on serve here. Nidunjianzan serving. Finding his way in. Wish we had those ATP stat guys gathering all the points. That's number of net approaches for Nidunjianzan in this match has got to be double what Miyoshi is at least, if not more. And his percentage has been very good. He's missed a few volleys here and there, but by and large, he's winning the majority of those net approaches. And there's another one. 2 net approaches, 2 points, 1 here. It's a great forehand from Miyoshi, but again, I don't like that hesitation. You saw he hit the great inside-out forehand, and after the ball cleared the net and he could see how good it was, then he decides maybe he wants to charge, and then realized, no, it's too late, I better not. Luckily, the ball didn't come back over the net, but that hesitation going to cost him. There, no hesitation on that one. He thought about it off the first ball, but waited. Got the short one. Hit it, approached, put the volley away. Well done by Kenta Miyoshi. Big serve at 30 all from Nidunjianzan. Makes it 40-30. If they don't get that scoreboard straightened out here, I'll throw the manual one back up and we can have double scoreboards until they do get it straightened out. Just wide, and it's a hold for Nidunjianzan, so 2-all here in the third. And I will get us up to date. All right, I'll leave our scoreboard up until they get the one at the bottom caught up, if and when they do. So just keep an eye on the top left for now. It's a hold for Kenta Miyoshi, and we stay on serve. So after a couple breaks to start the third, we've had 3 holds in a row now, and top Nidunjianzan will serve at 2-3. Miyoshi looked Thought that would have been a good ball to approach on that backhand into the corner. He doesn't look nearly as eager to get to the net as Nidunjianzan is. And Miyoshi, a love 30 start here. Any break at this point. Little talk over. Evidently, both the balls in Coach Hume's hands are threes, which is what they're using, but one of them not theirs. Maybe a little extra time to reset for Nidunjianzan now at love 30 here. And he sends the forehand long, so love 40. And 4 break chances for Kenta Miyoshi. Who was broken to start the third, now has a shot to go up a break in the third. Just wide. Oh, that was well played. The price you pay for going so wide to hit that forehand. Miyoshi unable to get back in place. Still 3 break chances here. Misses that return. Make it 2 break chances. And it is a break for Kenta Miyoshi, and he takes a 4-2 lead here in the third. So you saw a little bit of that frustration coming out. We saw the attempt in the first set of a drop shot that was easily covered. Didn't think we'd see any more of those from Kenta Miyoshi, but that one, a short hop drop shot that was disguised well enough that there was no chance for Nidunjianzan to get there. That ball was good. Looked like right on the line, maybe. So Kenta Miyoshi takes a 5-2 lead. Just a single break, but a lot of work now. Facing top Nidunjianzan. 2-5 in the third. See if Nidunjianzan can gather himself here. First things first, got to get the hold. Can't get too anxious for trying to find that break until you get the hold. You see Miyoshi. Little spurt of energy there. Try to get those legs going. See if the 4 seed can finish this match off. Good first serve. Ace on the first point of the game there for Nidunjianzan. Little finesse game there. Nidunjianzan went with a finesse volley, and Miyoshi a little finesse push up the line that worked out. Good play from Miyoshi on his net approach. Draws the lob long. From Nidunjianzan, and now little work to do to get this hold. Draws an error there from Miyoshi, so 30 all. That lob never got up for Miyoshi, and Nidunjianzan puts it away, so a couple game points now for him at 40-30. Gonna try to make Kenta Miyoshi serve it out. Oh! Off the shoelaces. We got to get another look at that one, as it's a hold for Nidunjianzan, but look at this return down at the feet, and oh, what a volley from top Nidunjianzan. We have not seen a lot of serve and volleying from Kenta Miyoshi today, but he goes with the serve and volley on the first point of his 5-3 service game, trying to serve the match out here, and it works out. Good volley and then an easy put away. What a strange ball off the net that was, but I do believe that landed wide. So 30 love. Two points away for Kenta Miyoshi now. And that ball is deep. And that makes it 40 love, 4 match points now for the Illini senior, Kenta Miyoshi. High bounce off the net on the serve. Nidunjianzan covers it. Fights off the first match point, but if need be, 3 more coming for Kenta Miyoshi here, 40-15. Seal it with an ace. Kenta Miyoshi, your 4 seed from Illinois, through to the round of 32 with a 7-5, 4-6, 6-3 win over top Nidunjianzan of Princeton. And we will take one more look at the finisher. Ace T, no doubt about it. That's going to wrap up our coverage of your featured matches of both the men's and women's 2025 ITA All-American Championships from Cary Tennis Park and Tulsa, Oklahoma here at the beautiful Case Tennis Center. We'll be back tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Come and join us for our women's featured match of the day. Again, 9 a.m. tomorrow. It'll be Angie Obi Kajuru of North Carolina, Luciana Perry, Ohio State for the featured match of the day. Until then, folks, I've been your host, Chris Halioris. It's been a pleasure, and we will see you tomorrow.